Hello, welcome to another episode of Get Rich and Fit Tryin. So after a couple trials and errors, we finally got everything right. So now we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. I'll see you on the other side. Let's go. All right, good morning, my neighbors. Welcome to another episode of Get Rich and Fit Tryin. So, a lot of things is happening in the market, and it's already 9:30, and everything is rolling. Let me make sure I got everything set up for my accounts. I didn't get a good alert. Let's see. Did I get anything? No. Looks like Nvidia's coming back. CCJ. Oh, CCJ is doing something very interesting. Let's check out CCJ in a little bit. If you don't know how the show goes, we like to trade the opening range, preferably on the NQ, and that's what we're going to do. Let's see. I don't know which one I'm going to use today. You know what? Let me just focus here for right now, and let's go ahead and get this on the live screen. I think there's going to be much more volume that's going to kick off after Tesla's earnings. Tesla's earnings is coming out in the middle of the afternoon towards the evening, so just be patient along the way. And yep. All right, so let's go ahead and get this 15-minute opening range get set up. Let's go ahead and get rid of this drawings. I was kind of doing something. Ooh, no. That's for my morning show. Can't get rid of all of it. I can get rid of you, and I can get rid of you, but you got to stay right there. That's for BYTTT, so we're going to hold on to that. All right, 15 minute. Is it choppy? Ooh, a little bit of a pullback so far. This 15-minute, nice little drift up that we were doing, and then they came here for that 300 level. Now, we are sitting right here. It looks like they want to try to use this area as a block. See if that actually holds up in itself. I'm trying to minimize my drawings. You know what? I know what I can do. Let's make this easy on myself so that way I don't lose everything from BYTTT. Boom. Create a folder. Until 7:30. That way I can know what it's for. Hopefully I remember not to clear all my drawings because I've done some crazy kooky stuff like that. Alright, let's hide that away. And I'm going to go ahead and just, you know what, I know. I'll leave my objective tree right here and minimize that. That'd probably be the best thing. Alright, so 15-minute opening range. The way it relatively works, it's nothing too spectacular. I repurpose something because I like to draw on my charts. It's my creativity, so I don't like to use too many indicators. I use market dominance. I'm working on a brand new one called Pac-Man. Okay, my team's saying all good. See you tomorrow. So we got some of my people that are not gonna tap in. So if I go silent, I'm gonna be talking to the ones that's over in the community side, and I'll just be going kind of like back and forth with everything else. Ooh, actually, my wife said to call her at like 9:20. She's gonna be upset. Let's go ahead and entertain this Philistine. Let me get y'all that real quick. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and change this template. over to my levels. Like I said, I repurposed this. We got our Stranger Dangers around 314. Nah, she needs some sleep, so go ahead and do that. So what we got? What we got? What we got? Because the whole purpose of this is get rich and fit try. I am going to post some of my workout stuff. Unfortunately, I only got 2 workout sessions. I don't know what I did on that last one. I did some leg presses and my ankle hurts. That's not normal. I guess being the young 25-year-old that I am, I cannot do it like I used to. But anyways, we'll go ahead and keep this party going. Good solid base that's happening here. And I said I was going to go check out CCJ. I got 8 minutes in here, so let's take some CCJ. What you got going on over here, CCJ? What you doing over here? What I set that alert on? The daily. Okay. Okay. So we broke the base, and I will not be surprised that today is going to be a rebuy as they, kind of like take their profits, got a nice little rejection off this $80, and then it starts to pick up. So nice little pivot from here. Being that it just did both a out and then in, lets us know that they kind of pulled this bad boy into that. That way they can push it back up. So yeah, it's gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna see what CCJ does a little bit later. Let's keep this going.
Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, good morning, my neighbor. How you doing, Javi? Oh, let me switch you over to my AirPods. I don't have you on the AirPods. There you go. How you feeling? Oh, you got your taco? Taco Tuesdays. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. No, actually, he just texted me saying he's going to be on the road, and you already know Lee. He has to work, so yeah, we're going to be a skeleton crew this time. It's all good, no worries. I'm still around. Yeah, I'll give you some swing trades. He said, "Blind." All right, no problem. Appreciate you. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so let's see. Uh, I don't like how it's bouncing in the middle of here, um, especially the fact that. Let me see something. Yeah, because when I looked at this earlier, let me go get my other chart. Let me make sure if I did do that accurate. Yeah, we did penetrate the previous day, which is what my wife prefers to trade. The previous day. Let me see how this all looks. And it looked like they're trying to get back into that. So I'm looking at the level of 20. It's right back at my 50% of this candle too. That's ironic. I'm looking for 23, 3, 14, 25 or 23. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Hold on for a second. 23, 288. They just kick me off. That gets perfectly fine. I'm not a fan of that. Stop it. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back. All right, let's see, let's see, let's see. Do I have my other one set up? All right, this one is not set up with my trade. Let's go ahead and get myself into here. So right now, what I'm looking for, because I think I'm using this account here. Yeah, that's fine. What I'm looking for, I'm going to probably go heavy leverage because I think we're going to have a rangy day a little bit. Let's just take a quick peek. I already did this for BYTTT, but I just want to kind of revamp and revisit this again. There's a couple of things that's coming in like Richmond sentiment and stuff like, sorry, Richmond Fed manufactured shipment. Not Michigan sentiment. I'm thinking about Michigan sentiment. Money supply is the one. I think that's what Jay Powell came in early in the morning about, and it looks like New York session decided to smack it right back down. So he said something positive, and then they just went and tanked it. 1 p.m. we got a Fed Bowman that's going to be talking. So 10 o'clock, 1 o'clock is probably going to be your key points to focus on for today, and that's probably what I'm going to focus on as well. So let's keep this going. Keep my object tray here so that I don't delete my stuff. That's my biggest concern. 3 minutes left on here, so we just adjusted accordingly. Looks like there's a lot of selling pressure that is coming in with the first 15 minutes. Now, I've seen some tweets and stuff like that. Is this the top? And I'm getting puts and all that stuff. Look, I'm not saying for you not to get puts. I'm just saying right now is probably the best time for you to kind of like get your popcorn, kick your feet up, see what the market wants to do, because we've been making nothing but highs. To kind of give you an example, around 220, 23, 227, we pivoted and we just went straight up to get to this 23,400. So I think there is some more bear trapping that's happening as the bulls are keep on buying the dip. If we get back to 227 today, maybe I can change my tone a little bit. Like they kind of like really was messing with everybody. But I rather be, I want to err on the side of caution because I like to have heavy leverage. If you're the type that can adjust your leverage perfectly fine, then guess what? You're good. But I want to make sure I keep myself in line. If you haven't been on Get Rich Fit Tryin, there's going to be times where I kind of like pause it off, make it nice and simple. Mute the mic and everything. You could just follow my trades in my chart. Listen, there's days I lose, there's days I win. If you think that I'm one of those guys that only show you the W's, it's not that type of party. I don't have the energy to try to fabricate things. These are my real positions. Some of them are prop firms, some of them are option trades, and I'm not in the business of losing money. So I'm going to do my best. And if you see something that's going to be, I'm going to minimize my losses. So just enjoy the show as we get rich and fit trying. All right, there goes one more of my alerts. Looks like MU is failing to hold on to what's going on its end. We'll check those out after our opening range. This thing is still falling. They're getting all that buy side liquidity. Let me go log into my Thinkorswim because that's probably going to be the one that's getting completely and utterly destroyed. But that's why I bought time on it on purpose. Not too bad. I've seen worse. What else we got? UPS is trying to make a bounce, and a firm just did something silly. You know what? I gave you more than enough chance, Affirm. You got to go. You know you got to go. So hit the dough, cause you know you got to go. Get the big butt. Alright. And that is deuces to Affirm. Get off my portfolio. I don't have the energy for your shenanigans. I can use that cash for something else. Alright, 31 seconds left here. Let's see what type of animal this gives us. Because we probably could be shorting the crap out of this thing. Where's my Robin Hood? Just in case I want to max out my leverage. I like to trade the Qs. It's my fave. We go way back like throwback. Come on. Qs. Alright, got my alert saying that we're in the middle of a dominance. Anticipating for a possible reversal, but we're not going to take that said reversal in this case. I think the momentum is to the downside. Still working this out, seeing how this is going to go. Let me go ahead and switch my angle so you can kind of see a little bit better. Mm-hmm. Okay. Getting a 5 minute close below would be what we're looking for. You got 3 minutes and 45 seconds for that to kind of pan out. Again, everything is super heated to the upside. So playing to the downside is not a bad idea. This thing is kind of running away fast. All right, we're in the day before's fib. Yeah, they're making a nice little beeline into that low, which sucks because I could not find a spot. Let me switch my chart. Let's go with this one here. I don't like it when it runs that far so fast. A lot of volume is coming in. Yeah, not gonna happen. Yeah, that thing's triggered a long condition met, but yeah, we're not doing that. That's not gonna work. Because this would be a good little bit of area of like a retracement. You could kind of see we was about to put a golden cross on the 5 minute, and they just literally like smacked it, bang, right back down to that downside. Could affect a lot of items in people's portfolios, which is what's happening right now. So the 5 minute is going to come to a close with a solid close below. Being that it is so far removed, I like to lower my leverage properly because what if I'm wrong? And they really just ran it out. I like when it's close to the line, like here. All right, that is our extension on the dominance. That's what I was thinking, was that it was failing to make that true move to back to the upside because it was a lie. I think we can bounce, just to kind of give you an idea of the level, bounce somewhere around here if this thing continues to fall. Which kind of sucks because I was waiting for this 5 minutes to close so I can find myself a spot. So, lower leverage. Actually, even lower. Let's go with this. It took you long enough to fill the order. Good break below. Taking another one. let's go find ourselves some targets. So my anticipation is that they're going to go ahead and take out almost all of this here. So I probably add here. Let's see if that pans out. And then also here. Gonna consider lightening my leverage in a little bit. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I have to take 200, 300 bucks because that's what I'm going to be willing to risk. Come on. Don't you do that foolishness. Don't try to buy it back up there. I get the 200 tests is what you want to do, but we're way too much momentum. Come on. Come on. Give me all the smoke. Oh, I should have bought another option on that one too. That was messed up. Alright, and I got my target. I'm taking all of that off because I just realized I did not get all my options. And I'm going to go ahead and just keep one. I do not have all my options. Damn it, man. I should have. Should have just went ahead and just put the whole entire full position on that one. Oh, man. If we could get another impact move. I'm holding on to the one more because I do believe that they're going to go ahead and test this. This could be a bounce area. Another one could be a bounce area is here. But that'll be funny if they can get back into here because then they'll take out this. And yeah, we have been down here before. Area of another bounce on the 4 hour would be the 133. Ugh. Yeah, I should have did that just slightly different. Let's see what I got so far. All right, that looks good. So letting the one runner run. There goes my 50 on the 4 hour. There's my 800. I'm gonna go ahead and lock in. This is 500 bucks. If I am right, then I want to be able to hold that one. Come on, get back down. I want to put a stop at 150. Give me a spike. Give me a spike. Give me a spike. Come on. No bounces. No bounces. No whammy. No whammy. Come on. Come on, baby. That's the one. Like that. Now I can put my stop here. And it all falls down. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sing. I didn't mean to sing. Let me stop. Come on now. What's up, Papa? Good morning. Hey, go ahead. I'm recording.
Is there anything to eat?
Get the cereal outside the room and have Caleb help you.
The cereal and the mommy's room?
Yeah. Come on, one more leg down, down. Let's see, what target could we be aiming for? 45. Oof. This can be a bounce area. I will not be surprised. Did we take out 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 8? Yes, I do see that. I'm going to keep my stop at the 150 level, even though, because this is, but what I did not do. I forgot to put a trail stop on my option contract. Got a solid 117%, almost 200%. I should have full ported the whole thing. Javi, I know you're probably going to be like, Jeffrey, what's wrong with you? But you know what? I'll take the 100%. I think it peaked out close to 130, 150%. I think that's what it was. Contracts was like about 80 cents. Up, they hit my stop on that 50. That's what I should have had it trailing with it. That's what I should have did. Put a trailing stop as soon as we got past, and I put my stop loss in. I should have put a trail. Yeah, 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 yeah. But I got some cash to be able to play around with on some later on trades. That's the other key part of it. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see. And then I'm looking at, yeah, that's still going. I got rid of that cancer out of my portfolio, so Affirm is off. What else we got? Okay, okay. That's that. That's that. All right, cool. So let me just go ahead and run down my alerts real quick that popped up. So there was this. There was this. Uh, there was that. SoFi and MU. Let me go check them out while this is still doing its neutron dance. MU. Mm-mm. All right, MU is rejecting what I thought as a thesis, so that is out of the question. What else do we have? Ooh, SoFi. I want to see what's going on with SoFi. SoFi looks like it's giving away a little bit, but for it, it's already a little bit stock, so that's a lot of bit. Nice little bounce here. That's what they're trying to do. Get a little bounce off of this level. We'll see what happens there. Uh, Dang, MQ got to 117. I should have trailed it tight on that. Could we go down to 22,936? Absolutely. Keep that in your radar. SoFi is trying to bounce off its psychological level. See if that holds. All right, what else I got for y'all? What else I got for y'all? Let's go with some of my stuff I saw yesterday. TMUSA. This one is a company that, oh, I didn't think you would pull that off. Let me see something real quick. I thought you was going to go ahead and fall. And, excuse me, and Google. All right, so we're getting a nice little push right back up again, and we're getting these 10. We're getting the 1 hour candles now. So let's see what's going on with NQ on the 1 hour. Can we get continuation? That was a massive drop off. Very possible for continuation. Uh, I may consider another entry down here, or maybe the break of here, depending on how I relatively feel about the position. I do think that the 200 moving average is going to be a tough area. So that Stochastic and MACD is starting to open to the downside. So that might be your momentum down. Got some order blocks here. That's the problem I have with this one. So this might be a choppy one. Let me see. I would say order block here. That could be something that's tricky. And what we're fighting to see which one will win is probably order block here. So we're kind of like in between two different spots. Maybe if I go to a higher time frame, let me see if there's something here. Yeah, that's what I thought. So right here, this was the like nice little bullish momentum here. I think they're trying to figure it out. Excuse me. But right here is an M pattern breakout. So could we get some continuation even though we're bullish here on this 4 hour? Very possible. Very possible. Let's see. Hold on. Somebody is messaging me. I'm just going to go ahead and just hit them back. Bear with me for a second. All right. Let's see.
Dad, for the past few days, you only wear your AirPods.
Okay, thank you. I'm in the middle of a recording.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't think so. Hold on. Let me see what they're saying here. So Google. So I was talking to a good friend of mine, and Google was making a nice little pop to the upside after it made 190. So they're asking me to go check it out. So let me go check it out on what they're seeing. Yeah, I got to like almost 200% before I dropped. Insane. And that's the power of leverage. And just tell them, no, I don't think so. All right, let's see what he is talking about. Google what the hell. Yes, can it get back above 190? What is this?
I don't know what it is, but I found it plugged in where, you know where the TV is? Not downstairs TV, upstairs. It was plugged in where the charging part is.
So why y'all?
That's fine.
Okay, it's fine. I don't know. I don't think so because this was like sitting on tops of support. Now, I would say for the most part, it was a drifty up, nice little gap up, Maybe they grabbing some liquidity. Let's see what the daily looks like. But they also have earnings coming up, so this could be a pullback before the earnings. It looks like they might even go for the gap on this week. Hey, Javi, did you play any part of that downside? Oh, I thought you were gonna at least do the opening range. Oh, okay. Oh, absolutely. Well, you grew tails. That's how that works. Kids are the tails. They want to follow the parents. Mm-hmm. Nah, I know you love them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. No, absolutely. Enjoy your day. I'll be here if you pop in, if anything. All right. Have a great day. So yeah, so this thing is looking really much like they could recover this, but the person that messaged me, it was like it's going to go because we were talking about 190 being a psychological level that they're going to hold on to, and if the earnings is solid, it'll probably go ahead and take off to that upside, which is still possible. But I wouldn't want to play into earnings unless I have some relative positions that I can hold on to. So I did explain like, well, at the end of the day, it is kind of holding that 190. It wants to hold the 190. It might go through that 190, maybe get into like 192, 193, but it's literally just kind of like stagnating right now because I think everybody's cashing in the rest of their positions on everything else. Like for example, Meta. Here's another one that's in the Mag 7. So let's talk about the Mag 7. There's Meta struggling to hold that $700 position, which is one that I kind of keyed off on my before you take the trade. So this is going to be a big question mark in itself. What else? So we got Google, Meta, Nvidia. Let's see what's going on their end. Nvidia had a nice little pullback after 174. I think I've seen some articles saying that they see this getting back into like 200s. If y'all know anything about Nvidia, this thing used to be like a $500 stock. Then they split, which brought them super low. And then when they kind of had this major pullback into like the 90s, people stacked them up, and then we're back here again, and it just keeps on just climbing. Kind of giving you a premise of what's going on with semiconductors and AI, right? So this is another one. So even though we're all the way in these topping areas, it can just continue to just dump off. I won't be surprised that this pullback is just pullback so that way they can short it again. But if we're being completely objective driven, let me get the rest of my list. What's my other list? Yeah, all the Max sevens. Where did I put you? No, it's not there. It's not there. Yeah, I must have closed out that list. So I would have to go make another one. Hold on. Let me just grab it. Give me a second. I'm in the middle of a recording. I know y'all want to have fun and play or whatever it is that y'all want. Let's see. We got. Okay, I'm in the middle of recording. Thank you for the hug. I appreciate you. Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, Microsoft. Oh, I gotta talk about Microsoft. So Microsoft is one that is like really. What happened? So Microsoft is another one that has been just drifting up. If there's anyone that needs a pullback, is this doggone ticker right here. This thing just looks like one big old straight arrow to the upside. So I would love to see this kind of come back. Apple, that's another one. Apple, oh, actually, if this dropping this, oh, you're still popping while everybody else is dropping. Okay, that is interesting. So if y'all don't know, Apple has been in this consolidation zone, and I do criticize Tim Cook for being the CEO there. So I think there's going to have to be a change of the guard over there. So that's another one. But so I think all of this is having an effect on all of the tech ones. So let's go back over to NQ and focus on what we have here. Coming back over to the 15-minute opening range, seeing if we can. So, like I said, this block here, I'm gonna wait till this 15-minute closes. If this block closes in, I'm sorry, this candle closes inside of the block, I might just play to the upside, but I will not be surprised that we continue to the downside. Again, this is going to be a very, very short-term play. You can kind of see we get in this type of action. If they can get this back into the bullish state, we'll take out the people that played the opening range, and we could go ahead and probably like recapture all the way back up. So this is a nice little healthy pullback. Let me see how much of a healthy pullback this is on a daily. Still probably could use some more, but this is starting to give us that rising wedge action. But we have to get past this level here. Got to get past this level. What level is that? 23,100. So keep that in mind. 23,100 level. If we cannot get under 23,100, we're probably going to have a nasty, nasty, nasty little pop up and go for new highs. And they're going to trap all the more recent bears. Bears divergence, bears divergence, bears divergence all over NQ. So this thing should come back down, but the market's going to do exactly what it wants to do. Just always keep that in mind. Okay. Really, that's considered? Yeah, technically it is. I was just looking at something on the 4 hour, kind of considering this as a as a London session candle. And I'm curious on that. Let's see. All right. I think I'm done with that. Don't need that anymore. What no. I don't think it's ready for that. I was thinking, I was like, I got some meta positions. Like, what I should have did is took that firm position, that cash, and bought some more meta. But nah, I only had a small position at meta. I would have to use my cash. And I don't want to throw no more money at meta. I want them to find their base. I do think meta as a whole is a it's at least a 750 to 780 company, just generally speaking. I think the earnings here is going to prove it. I think this is just a pullback so that when there's both like can go in and play off and continue to that upside. You can see with this monthly, that is what they're looking for. And I want to see this thing finish as a green month overall in July. So that's going to be very interesting here. So this might be the bottom where I could have added another meta. It could have, but again, I don't know if this bull flag is going to play out. And I do have a sizable position on it already. So we're going to see how that goes. All right. So we are, let me go ahead and hit this with a 15-minute. I want to see this here. How this panned out. Because the funny thing about it, in the next 3 and some change hours, we're going to get a brand new 4-hour candle, right? So how we close this candle at 2 o'clock is probably going to tell me a lot of what the market is thinking. Generally speaking, I think they're thinking downside. I'm going to be honest with you. I think there's going to be some more downside. There's going to be more pain. They're going to go ahead and push this down overall. But is it another leg down, or is it going to be one of those kind of drifty, slow drip down? And then when they feel like they want to take their thumb off the scale, it just does a massive pull up. Almost to that 23,200 again. Let's see if that holds up there. 15 minutes left on this show. If you have any questions, it'll be a good time for you to put it inside the comment area or the chat area. Make sure I have my chat rolling. Yeah, I do have it there. great time to do so. Also, down below, free 101s. If you want more information on 101 on how I took the trade and generated such a massive drop, almost pushing 3K on my prop firm eval, by all means, go ahead and hit me up. Also, I have my PA that I'm working on. Didn't take any overnights. I'm trying to keep that mostly for the overnights. It's a little bit more smoother and everything else. And just use the New York session to kind of like get me my accounts. So if you want to know more information on how to do so, get the free 101. It's down below. Click the date, set it up, and I look forward to working with you. Let's see what we can get here on NQ, because this thing is still pushing up. I like what they did with the first part of this 15-minute, letting me know that they might pull this back up. Let's go over to a 15-minute chart again here, and I want to kind of point out something. When this candle closed, this is a 10 o'clock candle, and this is the first candle at 10. I like to kind of know what's happening here, because it makes me anticipate what can happen. Is this part of a grander scale reversal? Could we stay on top of this level? Do we give up 50% of it? Does this close above here? I think I'm for the 5-minute close above here. I might just go ahead and take that up. So I'm looking for it to get out of that box. When I see 15-minute close inside of a box, it makes me think that the momentum can stay there, and they'll use that as the stepping stone to kind of kick up. Another one we could have a little trouble is the transition of the candles here. I think they could probably bring us back down when we touch that area. So look out for probably 210, somewhere around 210 if we continue to keep on closing above there. And that's what I'm probably going to be scalping. Probably going to be a little moderate on my leverage on that if this 5-minute closes above there on the whole. We'll see. We got 1 minute and 45 seconds. That's the reason why I kind of like NQ. I've tried ES. I've tried all the other ones. Gold is cool too. Gold and gold and copper is pretty good too if you want to try to trade that for my futures traders. Currencies are fun. I've played British pound on futures. That's another one. But mostly NQ. If you go on my breakdown of my triage of my accounts, they'll be like 90% NQ. I scalp NQ. I play NQ. I look for setups in NQ. All that good stuff. That is interesting. I just realized something. I didn't get... The market is moving strangely. I normally get a whole list of alerts by... Oh, okay, it's at 11:30. I thought it was 10:30. Alright, so I got like another hour. So we got like 11 more minutes on this show. Looks like this is not going to close above there, so that thesis of playing this to the upside is out the window. I would show some scalps right now, but I don't know if I feel like doing the mental wrestling right now, especially such a large win. $2,500 on this eval. That's pretty cool. I just need 3 more of those. No, 2 more of those. Get that eval funded. I think my AC is off. Hold on. Let me set up my AC. It's a little warm. Can't let it be warm. Yeah, not a fan of this. Not a fan. Could they be waiting for the 15-minute to close above? If that's the case, I might spill over just a little bit. It feels very trappish. Like if you try to play this up, they're gonna just kidnap it and bring it all the way back down. But when we made this higher high, it really makes me interested. Let me get rid of this. Even though we got very close to that 23,100, I don't think they want to give up 23,000 in its whole. That would be crazy. But I do think there's some opportunities to get this bounce. 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Let me just run down some of the indices. Let's see what's going on over there. Oil has their oil inventory that is going to be released tomorrow, and it's already dropping even lower. I'm anticipating they're going to up production. We got gold. Gold is giving a nice little wedge, and it looks like it wants to break out. I like gold to the upside, looking like a W. Silver, I want to see this thing get back to 40. It didn't touch it. I wanted to hit it. British pound. Could be why we kind of like stagnated anyways. Look at that. Got close to its opening range. Not opening range. Order block. And it just rejected for the most part, right? And then we got ourselves the Bitcoin. Bitcoin, this one needs to like cool down. I do think if they're going to get that at 125,000, they got to come back to 114 and revisit. We want to see how that goes. And then Russell, sideways. That makes sense because the market is not too sure where they want to go. They might pour their money into small caps. But the dollar is still dropping. So with a falling dollar, we should be continuing to that upside. So that's going to make things very interesting in the near future. So let's come back over here. Let's see what the 15-minute is. Got about 6 minutes and 22 seconds. And like I said, this is trying to get back over there. Let me see. Can this 5-minute get above that block? If it did, I would probably be putting something like... Let's see if this finishes green. If it finishes green, I might do something a little crazy. A little crazy. Actually, now that I said a little crazy, let me just do something a little crazier. Let's do it that way. Let's switch up. "34 seconds. You have to finish green for me to do it. And if you don't finish green, we ain't doing it. I'm just letting you know this now, Lane Kill. So, if you want to be difficult, no problem. You can go play with somebody else. Stop playing with me. Alright, we got 17 seconds, and it needs to cross back above 173, and it looks like it's going to fail to do so. So we may be taking another stab to the downside, which will not be a surprise. All right, that's the answer. So nothing to be traded, nothing to be had, nothing to see there. We closed inside of that previous 5-minute fair value gap. Probably going to go ahead and come down. That was probably the momentum that they were looking to get, and they're not getting it. Could we get some more of the sell side liquidity? Yeah, that's possible if we just do another push, but generally speaking, this does not look good for more upside. It looks like they're going to go ahead and try to dump it off. Also, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and the bell button. That stuff helps that whole algorithm thingy that they do over there on what's that doggone thing called? YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube and I can't even remember what I'm streaming on. That whole algorithmic thing that they do over at YouTube, and I'm at 300 subscribers, and I want to say thank y'all for that. I got 200 more to go to hit my goal. If I could get that done before spring, not spring, fall, and get into that Christmas season, that'll be great. That would be great to do so. If I don't, again, I do this for y'all because I do it for me. So I'm just regurgitating what I'm looking at, so that way I can go ahead and set myself up for my trades. Um, what else? Oh, also, I think I'm gonna do a mindset series, even though some of y'all don't take mindset relatively serious, but I think it's probably the most important thing that changed my game as far as a trader. So if you're feeling like you're getting a little bit impatient on some of the stuff that you're trading, or you feel like things are not really going your way and you're spinning your wheels a bit, then I would suggest that you check out my mindset series that's going to be coming out in the middle of the fall. The recordings are going to be in the next couple of weeks. You're just going to keep coming in here, even though I said I'm recording, huh?
Can I have the? Can I read the mocha troll?
I don't know, maybe. Let me finish this and I'll let you know. Fair?
Fair.
All right, Papa. Close the door, Papa. Thank you. So, if I can get that done, then that mindset series is going to start uh, dropping more than likely on November of 2025. Another thing that I'm working on is things that's going to be outside the charts along the way. So that's going to be part mindset and everything else. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try to make it engaging. The whole purpose is to make it as entertaining as possible and give you real trader perspective and events that they're going through. Because from my perspective, um, and kind of bring you up to speed. Cause it's not easy to trade, especially if you're trading alone, and if you don't have a community. I would suggest finding one that would hold you accountable. But if you can't find one, at least my channel is a good safe space for you to be able to express yourself. That's the goal. That's the main premise behind it. All right, we got ourselves a minute and 18 seconds, and almost done. Right. This downside looks a little weak. Let me see what this 30-minute candle is going to look like. Oh, that would be interesting. That would almost entail an upside in itself. Yeah, message a good friend of mine. All right. Yeah, it was gonna be a star, but it's this very ugly looking star. If they grab all that liquidity, yeah, I know. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Right? If they grab all that liquidity, that could really hamper things a little bit on their ideology. So this is gonna be very interesting on what they do here, because we still close inside of here. It doesn't look like they have control. Getting more crosses here. Let me see. Where's my VWAP? I got it on another chart. Let me go look for my VWAP. Let's see where we are in the VWAP. We're under the VWAP. A nice little retest of the VWAP will bring us to 23,217, which is that pop-up I was just saying I was thinking about doing. But I wanted that close of the box to be on the safe side. So it looks like they're building that base, grabbing that sell side liquidity. And I was still waiting for that 5 minute close above here. Now they probably swept it and they're going to go ahead and push. And it might go hit my target right now. That's okay, but we're going to see what happens. But that said, I don't want to take up much of your time. I do want to go ahead and let y'all enjoy the rest of your day. So that said, let's go ahead and pivot off. Thank you very much. Like I said, like, subscribe, and the bell button really helps this channel so I can continue to bring you more content and more analysis. Oh yeah, there goes that level. Now they're taking it out. So down below, you're going to see the free link for the free one-on-ones. Go ahead and get that. And I'm going to work on some merch line for Get Rich and Fit Tryin. So we're going to get there one step at a time. Some people say, well, you know, you don't have the subscribers yet. Why are you doing it? Listen, if you build it, they will come. I just make it nice and simple. Just in case, what if this thing just blows up to like 10,000 people in like 10 seconds? And I don't want to have to like scramble to get it all done. So I'm just knocking everything out. And plus I have fun trading. So, you know, I get a little free time. So look out for that, and look out for the mindset coming in the middle of November. That said, thank you. I appreciate y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Have a great day.